Morning, everyone. If you'd like to start by grabbing your bolster or cushions, long ways on the mat, and we're going to start off just lying down, doing a bit of opening of our chests. There's my timer. Okay, so you're sitting in front of your bolster, and then you're just carefully lying back. And then you can either have your legs just relaxed where they are, or bringing your soles of your feet together, whichever you feel. Just make sure that you sort of like pull your lower back down so that your tailbone and your lower back go that way. I think someone's got their audio on still. If you wouldn't mind just turning your audio off. Okay. So, palms facing up, relaxed arms. Relaxing your face. Take a few deep breaths. And then breathing in through your nose for 4. And out through your mouth for 8. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Carry on with that 4-8 breathing. And every time you breathe out, just release your body. Scan and see if you can find any areas that you're holding on to. Relaxing your hips. Another couple of minutes here. Just another minute. Okay, so if you'd like to bend your knees, bring your feet onto the floor and just carefully roll off your bolster. And then just move your bolster away and bring yourself to the front of the mat. Okay, so standing in mountain pose, feet hip width apart, outside edges of your feet parallel with the outside edges of your mat. Just bend down and just use your fingers just to spread your toes out. And just feel the ground underneath the whole of your foot. So your legs are active, your thighs are coming up towards your groin, and your tailbone's just gently dropping down. And then as you breathe in, you're growing tall. Your shoulders are back, and just let your shoulder blades go down your back, palms facing forward, opening your fingers. Just stay here and breathe just for a few moments. And then inhaling your arms up, really stretching your fingertips up to the ceiling, looking up between your hands, and then as you exhale, folding down at the hips, all the way down. And then bending your knees, bringing your belly onto your thighs, grabbing your elbows, and just let your upper body hang. Your shoulders are loose, your head is loose, your neck is loose. Just let your shoulders drop. And swapping the crossing of your arms. And then straightening your legs, bringing your fingertips to the floor, and inhale and halfway rise. And exhale, fold. And then inhaling with soft knees, rolling all the way up, fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale to mountain. And then taking your hands behind you, palms together, interlocking your fingers to the web. And then just stretching those hands backwards to pull your shoulders back. So the action is up and back. And release. Change the interlocking of your fingers. And one more time. Up and back. Breathe. And release. Inhaling, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And then bringing your arms back down to mountain pose. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale to mountain. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And then planting your hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread out, stepping back into a plank. Just take a few breaths here. So you're pushing up through your arms, slightly doming your upper back, so you're not sort of slouching into your shoulders, but you're pushing up. And then exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Sliding your legs back and inhaling to a little cobra and exhale to downward facing dog. So just stretch out here, however feels good. Just walking your legs, or maybe moving your hips from side to side as you do it. And then coming back into stillness. Knees bent if they need to be, that's fine. Heels, wherever they end up, they don't have to be on the floor. I want you to push up really strongly through your arms, up through your back. And then as you exhale, take your right leg and one big step to the front of the mat, bringing the left leg to meet it. Check your toes are nice and spread into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain. And inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank and take one breath. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll take a few breaths here, so either move around or stay in stillness. Every time you breathe out, just let your chest sink a little bit more towards the floor. And then on your next exhale, taking your left leg and bringing your left foot to the front of the mat into a runner's lunge, bringing your right foot to meet, checking the spreading of your toes into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain. Inhaling, arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, planting your hands back into plank and hold for a breath. And knees, chest, chin as you exhale. Sliding your legs back, inhaling to cobra and exhaling to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. If your heels are on the ground, maybe you'd like to lift your toes up. And on the next exhale, taking the right foot to the front of the mat, left foot to join into a forward fold. Inhaling, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain. Okay, we'll do one more of these half sun A's. Sun A's. So arms up. Really stretching up to the ceiling, looking up between your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands into plank. And exhale, knees, chest, chin. Sliding your legs back. Inhaling, little cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. A few breaths. And then in the next exhale, bringing your left foot to the front of the mat, right foot to join it into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up, and exhale to mountain. Taking your left leg, turning to the side into a wide stance with your heels slightly out so that your edges of your feet are parallel with the ends of your mat. And just hang down, holding your elbows. And then placing your hands on the mat with your fingers facing forward, planting them between your feet, and then just pressing forward with your hands just to bring yourself a little bit further. And then inhaling, soften your knees and coming all the way up and step back to the front of the mat. Inhaling your arms forward, sit in your chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, plant your hands and step back into plank. Take a breath. And we'll go through a vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. And as you inhale, the right leg comes up, keeping the hips square, and then bringing that leg forward, planting the foot at the front of the mat, turning out the foot 45 degrees and coming up into a warrior one. We'll stay here for a breath while you just check your positioning. So the outside of your back foot is where the weight is going, and you're pushing your feet away from each other as if you're trying to rip the mat with your feet. Exhale, hands down and back to plank. Inhale and exhale through vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Do the other side. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhale it to the front of the mat, turning out the back foot 45 degrees and up into warrior one on the other side. And exhaling, hands down, plank. Take a breath. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Sliding your legs back, little cobra. And we meet in downward facing dog for a few breaths. Again, however you want to do this, moving around, keeping still. Letting your chest sink as you breathe out. Fingers nice and spread. Arms strong. Head relaxed. And then on your next exhale, step your right foot forward to the front of the mat. Bring your left foot to join it into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Then inhaling up into your chair. Just stay here for a breath. Just check that you can see your big and your first toe. Just moving, just pulse backwards and forwards with your knees. Just to check that you're tracking really straight across the foot. Looking up between the hands. Exhale, back to mountain. Take a breath. Inhaling, arms forward, chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into plank. And through a vinyasa. And we meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg up. And exhale to the front of the mat, turning out the back foot 45 degrees and into your warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank, through a vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog for the other side. So from downward facing dog, inhaling your left leg up. And then stepping that forward to the front of the mat, turning out your back foot 45 degrees and into your warrior one. Exhale, hands down, plank, through a vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog for a few breaths. Big breath in through the nose. Open your mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose. Opening your mouth and then stepping your left foot forward to the front of the mat. Bringing your right foot to join it into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. And then inhaling up into chair. And exhale to mountain. Okay, so inhaling to chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. And we meet in downward facing dog. Okay, from here we're going to go into a reclined pigeon. So, taking your right leg forward, your right foot goes behind your left hand and your knee goes behind your right hand across the mat. At any angle, anything from parallel with the front of the mat or all the way back, depending on what's best for you. So once you're in this position, fingertips on the floor, really grow. And then as you exhale, slowly bring yourself down over your leg. And relax. We're going to stay here for 5 minutes. Okay? So inhaling through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Carry on with your breathing. We're a minute in. Every time you breathe out, focus on that right hip and just release a little bit more. You want to get that hip as relaxed as you possibly can. Try not to fidget. Release your lower belly. We're 2 minutes in. If at any point before the 5 minutes is up, you really have had enough, then please feel free to come out of this and go into child's pose. Otherwise, just carry on with your breath. And 2 minutes to go. Just another minute, well done. Okay, guys, so palms on the floor and then pushing back up into a downward facing dog. If you're in child's pose, come and join us in down dog. And this time, taking your left leg forward. So your left foot goes behind your right hand, and your left knee goes behind your left hand. Fingertips on the floor, stretching your spine upwards. As you exhale, folding forward over the leg. And breathe. This side might feel totally different from the other side. That's quite normal. I have to use a brick under my bottom on the left-hand side because of my knee. So if you do need any props to support you, then just sort that for yourself. So breathing in through the nose for 4, and out through the mouth for 8. Relaxing your hips as you breathe out. Minute in. And as you breathe out, really focusing on your lower belly, releasing your hips, releasing. And we're 2 minutes in. So same applies. If it gets too much, then come out and go into child's pose. But do make a note of how long you've been in that position. And then next time you do this pose, just make sure that you do it for at least that amount of time, if not more, to a maximum of 5 minutes. And we're 3 minutes in, 2 more to go. You're probably find this pose really uncomfortable. Well, it's meant to be, so don't think that you're doing anything wrong. Just another 50 seconds. Twenty, Okay, so coming back up onto your hands and then coming back into a downward facing dog. Come and join us if you're in child's pose. And letting your chest drop. In your next exhale, stepping to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhaling, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling into your chair. And exhale to mountain. Well done. So now just grab a brick in case you need it. In fact, have your bolster handy as well, just in case. So we're going to take a wide leg stance on the mat, sitting down. With your feet pointing up to the sky. Okay. So fingertips on the floor. And just grow your spine, letting your shoulders drop down your back. And then taking your left hand to the centre, just turning your body towards your right leg. And then as you exhale, just bring yourself down over your leg. Now this is where you may need a prop. You might want to put a brick under your head or a bolster underneath or something, or you can just hang and breathe. So you're now relaxing your legs. Your feet are flopping. Your palms are facing up. And breathe. So your nose is going towards your knee. We're a minute in. Three minutes to go. Halfway there, guys. Keep relaxing, seeking out little bits of you that you're holding on to. Just a minute and a half to go. And we're into the final stretch now. No pun intended. Okay, so just carefully coming up, using your hands to walk yourself up and back to centre. Bringing your legs out in front of you and just giving your hips a bit of a wiggle. Just release them a bit. Hands on the floor behind you to support you. Okay, coming back into your wide-legged position. Fingertips on the floor. Grow your spine. Taking your right hand to the centre. Just turning towards your left foot this time. Then on your next exhale, just walking your hands forward and bringing yourself down over that leg, your nose towards your knee. And breathe. Relax your feet. So that your feet drop wherever they go. They probably go to, maybe drop to the inside. It's fine. Relax your hips, relax your belly, relax your thighs. Make sure your right leg is relaxed as well to your left. Palms facing up. Okay, we're 2 minutes in, nearly halfway there. So we're halfway there now. Try not to fidget. Still your mind. Two minutes to go. One minute to go. Just 20 seconds. Okay, just carefully walking your hands back up. Bringing your legs in front of you, hands behind on the floor, and just move your hips around. Okay, so bringing yourself onto your back on your mat. Knees to your chest, arms out to the side. And just let your knees drop down towards your right armpit. And look to the left. Inhaling to center. And exhale to the other side. Inhaling back to center, dropping your feet to the mat, knees out, soles of your feet together. Relaxing your knees, just let gravity take your knees down towards the floor, arms above your head, holding your elbows, and relax. Swapping the crossing of your elbows. Releasing your hands, using your hands to draw your knees back together and just sliding your legs back down the mat. Feet apart. Relax down, letting them just flop to the outside, palms facing up, arms away from your body in a comfortable position. Now, just for final relaxation, just consciously move your mind around your body. Just check if there's any tension. Following your breath with your mind. When your mind wanders, just come back to your breath. Okay, bending your knees, wiggling your fingers and toes. Give yourself a bit of a stretch. And then rolling over onto your right hand side. Stay here for a moment. And keeping your eyes closed, bring yourself back up into a comfortable seated position. Sitting tall. Palms together, fingers and thumbs spread, bringing the base of your thumbs to your sternum. And grow tall. Namaste.